Jeff, thank you. As case numbers in Ontario continue to rise, Premier Ford cracking down, rolling back the cap on gatherings in 3 parts of the province, including Toronto.
I think when you spread COVID, that's a very serious crime.
Okay, so just a recap. This is the breakdown. Gatherings of over 10 people indoors and 25 people outdoors are now banned in Ottawa, Peel, and Toronto, and that includes parties in backyards and gatherings in parks. It does not apply to businesses like restaurants, movie theaters, and gyms, and weddings are also exempt here, which Toronto Mayor John Tory calls a concern since some events in Toronto have led to outbreaks. Ford says he will throw the book at violators.
We're also introducing amendments to the Reopening Ontario Act to set a minimum fine of $10,000 for the organizers of illegal social gatherings, in addition to the $750 fine for individuals who break the rules and show up to these parties.
And it may not stop there. The province's chief medical officer says he is considering expanding the rule to other regions. Markham's Mayor Scarpitti says he wants York region to be included. We're going to be keeping an eye on Premier Ford as he heads to Ottawa today to meet with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Well, the school year is barely underway, and there have already been several COVID cases reported right across the province. We're going to begin first with the TDSB, where a student has now tested positive. York Memorial Collegiate Institute reporting that the case was detected before their first day. Now, the student briefly attended on Monday, but will not return until cleared by Toronto Public Health. The Hamilton Wentworth District School Board also reporting their first case. A staff member at Temple Mead Elementary's before and after school program has tested positive. And at St. Anne's Catholic Elementary School in Cambridge, an entire kindergarten class isolating after a student tested positive. Waterloo Public Health says certain contacts on the child's school bus were also asked to isolate and get tested. Now, we do have an update on the province's first school outbreak up in Pembroke, just northwest of Ottawa. A 4th teacher at Fellows High School has tested positive following the 3 cases that were reported earlier this week. Over 80 staff have been tested. The school remains closed until further notice. There are now 51 Ontario schools reporting COVID-19 cases. And at the post-secondary level, the number of COVID-19 cases at Western University now climbing to 28. Health officials say a group of 15 students may be responsible for the outbreak after going to bars and parties and even sharing e-cigarettes. Now, coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to be speaking with epidemiologist Dr. Colin Furness about the alarming spike that we've seen in the number of COVID cases here in the province. A Toronto Police command post is still set up as they search for a man missing in the city's northwest end since Tuesday. Police yesterday releasing security video of 83-year-old Chandulal Gandhi, last seen in the Kipling and Steeles area around 5 p.m. Tuesday. Officers had been out in full force, combing for any sign of Gandhi, and another man, 98-year-old Leonard Simpson. Now, Simpson found alive, spotted by a police drone as he walked near Kipling Avenue. So good news there. Let's get to Ottawa, where it turns out those cyber attacks on the Canada Revenue Agency this summer were a lot bigger than initially revealed. The Treasury Board of Canada now says it has uncovered suspicious activities on more than 48,000 accounts. That's over 4 times the 11,200 that was previously announced. The hacks, which forced the CRA to temporarily shut down online services last month, targeted usernames and passwords for the CRA and GC key, which is used to access things like employment insurance. Well, Raptors president Masai Ujiri holding his end-of-season availability, outlining his wish list for next season with free agents they are trying to keep on the roster.
Red is a priority, a big priority. Like Serge had an incredible run. Microsoft brings so much to our organization, and we have our young players coming up with Chris Boucher, and Randy too is a free agent, and he found a niche on our team.
And one restaurant in Toronto has already started the Fred Van Vliet Can Eat for Free campaign in hopes that it will keep Steady Freddy on the team. Ujiri also spoke about how proud he is of the players and the Raptors organization for the stand they took on the Black Lives Matter movement and social justice. Of course, Masai has already got one job done, and that is extending Nick Nurse's contract as they look forward to next season.